Nah. Testing, shalom.
All right. Hey. That's right. Hey, shalom, shalom.
Shalom. All
right.
Shalom.
Hey, we're the real Hebrew Israelites tonight. Shalom, all right. We're the brothers from Jim, Louisiana. Okay. The Baton Rouge branch. All right. Along with our beloved brother from the Lafayette branch. Why? Okay. Our church preaching the downfall and destruction of Babylon the Great and the uplifting of the Lord's hopefully elect. Okay. Which is the nation of Israel. Before we get started, I want to give all infinite honor and glory and praise to who rule and teach well, peace and blessings of the hopefully elect, who continue to push this truth throughout the four corners of the earth in these last days. Shalom.
Shalom. Mighty shalom.
That's right, bro. And it's the title of the video. Okay. It's a re-upload from the brother Baton. All right. They did a marvelous video on it. Okay. And we are laying back in that video entitled about self-control. Okay. Especially in these last days. The law is all about obedience. Okay. Discipline. Okay. Self-control. Learn to refrain yourself from certain things that you have been accustomed to doing. Okay. That can hinder you in this truth. That can be a stumbling block. It can ultimately sip you out of the ministry or even get you killed. Okay? So we're heavy on that, especially these times right now. That's up. Go ahead.
Real quick. Matthew 7:13, Yahushua speaking, enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
That's right, man. Because many doctors and philosophers out here right now. But according to this truth, this blessed gift that we have, okay, the greatest gift a man can ever have, a high calling, like you always say. Okay, this is a high calling that we have.
And he said it's a prize.
It's a prize.
Mark for the prize.
It's right, man. Yeah. All right. So if he that increases his knowledge in this ministry, the Lord is going to pour more temptation upon those men right now. Because this is something that the world that doesn't have. Only a few men have it. So the brother gets read. Read it again out.
Matthew 7:13, red letters, Yahushua speaking. Enter ye in at the straight gate. For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
All right.
And many there be which go in thereat.
Right. So wide is the gate. The Lord make it wide, but only a few is going to walk on that narrow ass road. Watch that movie. What it is, Coming to America. Okay, when Eddie Murphy walked that path with that camera, and he got to it, and he found the light.
That wasn't Coming to America.
No, not Coming to America. Golden Child. It's a Lafayette. The Golden Child. Eddie Murphy walked that long ass path, okay, with that light, down there about to fall off that bridge to his demise, okay, and he found that light at the end, okay. But the Lord is telling us, look, just continue on this path, okay, to seek me and find me. And you're doing that through these scriptures.
And to go on that path, it takes discipline, self-control.
Right.
To stick to that narrow path that few men find. Those few men are men of wisdom. And wisdom is the desire of what? Discipline.
Yes.
Okay? that's going to make it to the kingdom of heaven, that all of these fleshly desires, they're going to get control over. Like Paul said, I beat my body and put it in possession, so I miss not the mark after I preach to others. Okay? This ministry teaches us how to be disciplined. Wisdom teaches a man how to be disciplined and to stay on that path. When you look at the book of Eli, Denzel, that character he played was a disciplined man that said, stick to the path.
Yes.
Stick to the path. He didn't let nothing get him off that path.
He was structured out.
Yes.
It's that, hold on, real quick, you got it, brother. It's that word discipline. It says the practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, or using punishment to correct disobedience.
Yes. And what's our code of behavior? What's our code of ethics?
Right.
What's our policy? What's our mission statement? The scriptures. Precept upon precept, line upon line. That's how we beat our body into subjection. Having patterns of the men of old. I got one after you, brother.
God, it says control, direction, order,
Guidance.
that's right.
You got it, brother.
Rule, okay? Routine.
Routine.
Yes.
Repetition is the father of what?
Learning.
Of learning, man. So you got to rehearse. That's another repetition. You got to rehearse the righteous acts. All right? You got to come back into remembrance again. Okay? All these things let us and lead us to believe that our ancient forefathers had a style of life that they lived, a way of thinking, diet,
Yep.
all right, a manner of behaviorism, all right, and they definitely had the name of that power. Go ahead, brother.
That's right. It says authority, rule, strictness.
Strictness.
Yeah.
Was not Yahushua austere man?
Right.
That's an example of strictness in mind, but we gotta ultimately be strict in deed too. We gotta form our habits around these things. We gotta practice it. Esau doesn't just speak about an agenda, right? He's gonna actually perform it, right? He's gonna roll it out. He's gonna attempt it, right? So if we're speaking about these rivers of living water, we gotta actually be living it and doing it.
Oh, that's
and acting it out. You got it, brother.
That's in the book of Philippians. Right? The Lord said, well, everything you've seen in me, okay, you got to do it. Okay? You see me teach, you got to go do that. You see me act upon this, you got to do this. You see me endure this afflictions, okay? You know that they hated me first, they're going to hate you. You got to know that, man. Okay? We did a video on persecution. That's down the pipe, too. It says, a firm hand, routine, regimen, training, teaching,
a schedule.
That's right. Instruction or drill, okay? Exercise. And when exercise goes to what? Doing these things repeatedly, over and over. Our elders get on us about tightening up the grip, okay? Watching for agents, going over the precepts, okay? You may jump into a whole other chapter, okay? All right? We're going to Revelation, a whole chapter, but you haven't went over Daniel in a couple of weeks or a couple of months right now. You got to do a refresher course to keep your head, to keep your body all sharp and your mind sharp. To know what time that you're living in. Okay? How about that?
All right. This is Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love. Love is synonymous with obedience. All right? Joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperaments. Against such there is no law. So we're going to go into that word temperaments, all right, and see what it goes into. It says such there is no law. All right? So there's no transgression, there's no law. So these are the fruit of the Spirit that every man of the Lord should have.
Yes.
All right? These are personality traits. All right? This is skills that a man should have. Bring it out.
It's Galatians 5:23. The word temperance.
Charles G. 1466.
Enclatia. It reads self-control.
Self-control. Every man got to be self-controlled, man.
Yes.
You cannot give in to your sensual desires here in Babylon, because this is a carnal place.
It will destroy you.
Place. It will destroy you. It will pollute you.
Yeah.
So the scriptures say we have to be holy. All right. And what does holy go into? Set apart. All right. And to be in a place that's carnal, that's full of pits for you to fall, and sensual desires, you have to be self-controlled to stay away from those things. Okay. And the thing that keeps us self-controlled is the Lord's Holy Spirit. Okay. And you got to pray for more of it. discipline. All right, bring it up.
It says the virtue of one who masters his desires and passions.
You have to master this flesh.
Yes.
All right, that's why Paul. Let me get it real fast. This is Paul wrote.
Yep.
All right, it goes hand in hand with temperance. This is 1 Corinthians 9:27, and it reads, "This is what you have to master. But I keep under my body and bring it into subjection." You got to master the sinful flesh. When you go to Romans the 7th chapter, Paul say the things that I do, that I will do, I do not, and the things that I don't want to do, I end up doing.
It's not me.
Got your word.
It's not saying it's not me, but the sin that dwelleth in me.
All right, so you have to master that wicked flesh, lest by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway. Okay, for being a hypocrite.
Yes.
All right, you can't tell other men to get their body into subjection, but you don't have your body into subjection. Okay, so we have to have temperament, self-control to enter ye into the kingdom of heaven. All right, we have to conquer our sensual desires. We have to control our appetites. Like some simple, well, it ain't. Hey, us brothers before it started, we was talking about in our eating habits, the things we eat. You gotta have self-control there, because in Babylon, if you keep eating this Babylonian diet, you're gonna die. You're gonna get sugar diabetes. You're gonna get high blood pressure. All right, kidney stones, and all those things, man.
You gonna build a fucking diet and shit.
Yes, yes. So us men of the Lord, you know, as of late we've been going into health. I've had some elements as of late. All right, and the only thing you can do is what? Be disciplined at the table.
Yes.
Because a lot of these foods we eat, in the truth, all right, it's lawful, but it ain't expedient to eat no fucking fast food. You goddamn food eating that shit.
Triple pounders.
Yeah, quadruple that shit.
Yeah.
4 meats on that motherfucking bag.
Super quadruple.
Then it ain't the real meat.
Yeah, if they selling burgers for 50 cents and whatever was $1.50, they were doing it one time like this.
And one cent.
Yeah, 1 cent. Why the hell would you go get something like this, man? And they have all kind of even on certain social media platforms, they going out to say, look, certain of these meats are being sterilized and juiced up with with that jab. Even the World Economic Forum say they're gonna do away with meats. You're gonna be all wearing three pairs of clothing, three pairs of clothing per year. Okay, you're gonna do away with meat, and you're gonna have electronic. Everything's gonna be electric, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so it all boils down to discipline. Esau is coming with great wrath, so the more he comes with great wrath, the men of the Lord have to be more and more disciplined in the mission. All right, go ahead, brother.
I got a precept for you, and I got a word. This is Ezekiel 4:13, and the Lord said, "Even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them."
Bring it out, right?
Hey, and that's just backing the brother up. So we know that Esau Edom yields that sword, and a part of his sword is defiling the bread. All right, defiling the food, cutting off our source. It's going to come to a point where he's going to try to starve us out. All right, either he's going to starve us out with the lack of bread thereof, or with the price increase, the inflation. All right, it tells you about that in Revelation the 6th chapter. All right, measure wheat for a penny. All right, Roman denaro. So things are going to speed up, ultimately lead to the
hyperinflation.
Yes, lead to the conclusion that self-discipline is the only way to survive. Temperance is the only way to live. All right, it's the only way to be able to conquer these coming times, man.
Yes.
Got your precept.
Go ahead, brother.
Sirach 37 and 30. For the access of meats brings sickness.
Yes.
Right.
And excess, right? That means ultimately too much intake of meats, man. All right. Overindulgence is ultimately lead to sickness, and we see that. The brother beautifully listed the illustration of different things specifically here in Louisiana. What the brother was going into about those abominable foods being made delicacies.
Yes.
That's specifically here in Louisiana, man. Where you could get a person that hit something on the side of the road, jump out, and that's dinner, man.
Slow kill. Yeah, down here in Louisiana.
Anything goes.
That movie, what's that movie? Beverly Hillbillies? On the commercial when it comes on, they show them pulling over the side getting roadkill. Because that's what they was doing before they made it big to get rich. All right, down here, this is what happens in Louisiana. Somebody roll over a possum or a raccoon. Them coon asses pull over, get that. If it's a fresh kill, they put it, go throw it in a defiled gumbo, man. All right?
Yes.
And the Lord told us, hey, to don't eat the fried bread. Be disciplined from it. Get the best of the worst, man. Before get your shit from Whole Foods, get it. If you go grow your garden, get it. And look, stay off that vanity of meats, the king's meats, man. Okay? Don't just eat it in excess, because the American diet is fucked up. All right? When you look at that big entree, that's not how a big meal is supposed to be, with the big piece of meat, and then you got a little bit of greens here and a little bit of bread there. No, that plate's supposed to be mostly greens and vegetables, and a little piece of meat.
Yes.
All right? It's backwards.
You gotta have some green meat with everything that you eat, bro.
But the majority of the plate's supposed to be green.
Yes.
And vegetables and meat. And the meat is supposed to be the smallest thing on that plate. That's why the Lord say don't eat it in excess. But what does America do? It teaches you to eat it in excess. That entree.
And our people are more obese than any other nation of people upon this earth right now. You look at Jake is just fat, obese, go to the hospitals, got your ass laid up in there from high blood pressure, you know, you're borderline fucking diabetic, okay? Gout, okay? You get the swelling in those ankles and everything, you can't even walk, gotta prop your feet up, okay? Get multiple pillows in the bedroom to prop your feet up to get the swelling to go out, man. Because you don't want to change your fucking diet. And Jake still eat crawfish and crabs and a shrimp plate with his feet propped up.
Jake will be in the hospital and tell the nurse, bring me a Coke, bring me a
right.
pork chop sandwich.
You literally, that's what you're here for.
Bro.
Come on, man.
That's why you gotta read those labels when you get these certain products, man. Okay? That's discipline. Discipline, let me read what I'm getting. Just don't go in the store and just grab any goddamn thing. Read the labels. If something on that label, okay, that has something defiled inside of it, man. And Esau is a mad science. He can have something that's supposedly good for you, and can twist it all the way up, man. Mm-hmm. We're trapped on all sides. Okay, read what you got.
All right, this is
I got
back where I was at. It's Iraq 37 and 29. I'm gonna start off with the higher. Be not unsatisfiable in any vanity thing. So that means be not he say, be not, don't have a lack of self-control in anything, all right? Nor to be greedy upon meats. Yes. For excess of meats bringeth sickness. So he say, be disciplined at the table. I had to learn that the hard way. Okay? And surfeiting would turn into chola. By surfeiting have many perished, but he have taken heed prolonged of his days. Now let me give you that. He that taketh heed, that is disciplined, prolonged of his days. Now let me give you that word surfeiting. Because he say by surfeiting, many have perished. All right, to surfeit means to cause someone to desire no more of something as a result of having consumed it or done it to excess. Okay? So when you've done something to excess, it says excess. All right? That means you're doing it too much. All right? That kills you. All right? Cause someone to desire no more of something as a result of having consumed or doing it to excess. Okay? So surfeiting will have you killed. All right? When you just overindulge into something, man. Okay? You're supposed to learn from another man's folly and look at the condition of our people. All right? The condition of our people, they surf it. They do everything in excess, man. You know? Just because that Roof Chris steak tastes good, you don't eat that Roof Chris steak 7 days out the week.
I know the steak is good.
Eat it once a month.
We sit on Matrix. I know the steak is some shit.
Maybe
it's
not real.
Yeah. When I put it in my mouth, it's juicy, it's tangy, everything like that. That's how you niggas is, man. Anything the so-called white man puts out here, you niggas just take it and indulge yourself in it. Get that word indulge. Okay, because you become, you get into it further and further and further. So it's ultimately set you for the MOTB. Once you get further and further to this beast system right here, it set you up for the ultimate checkmate. The MOTB and the law will do that checkmate on your ass. Okay? Thermonuclear fight. Real quick, you got it. Oh, I didn't. Sirach chapter 18, verse 13. He said, the mercy of a man is toward his neighbor, but the mercy of the Lord is upon all flesh. He reproveth and nurtureth, and teacheth, and bringeth again as he shepherd his flock. He hath mercy on them that receive discipline, and that diligently seek after his judgments. So the Lord said, well, I have mercy upon whom I have mercy upon. Okay? Even though we may eat something that's defiled or whatever like this, okay, that we don't even know nothing about, the Lord will have mercy on you. Lord, I didn't know it was in there. Okay? Because he saw had these ingredients in these products that you cannot you can't even touch on, man. But when we know something is wrong and you still do it, the Lord is gonna jack your ass up because you know better. Okay? What you got, bro?
This is the definition of indulgence. Allow oneself to enjoy the pleasure of.
That's right. And Jason enjoying himself in a loud pleasure out here. Adultery. Okay? Being murdered. Being a sodomite. You can do all these things over here in Babylon the Great. Okay? Here it is. You got homosexuals, okay, going to war over there, finna go to war over there in the valley of Jehoshaphat. Okay? The Lord must have, it's a man of war. It's a war on all four fronts. But it's a war for your mind, for the hopefully elect. To get you off balance, to get you off your pleasure. So the enemy can come in and attack you from your Yahweh. But can he do that to the elect? No. It's not possible. The Bible says what? If it be possible, you shall deceive the very elect. Okay? Read what you got out.
All right. Proverbs 25 and 28. I'm getting in NLT too. Proverbs 25 and 28. He that hath no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. In the NLT, it says, Proverbs 25 and 28, a person without self-control is like a city without broken down walls. So a person without self-control is like a city with broken down walls. And that's like to us when we drift away from the law, statutes, and commandments. The scriptures tell you a man without understanding basically is like a beast that perishes. All right? Man being in honor, abiding not, is like a beast that perishes.
And that,
you got it, brother.
And that also goes into a city without walls, meaning the enemy can come in and overtake it easily.
Yes.
You're not disciplined. What it say? The enemy doesn't spoil the house till he do what? Bind the strong man.
Right.
So undisciplined strong man, his house can get ran over. All right? And that's what happens in this mental warfare. The seducing spirits, who do they consume? The undisciplined man. The man that's not walking in the spirit. And he gives occasion to the flesh. That's because he had no self-control. All right? He gave into this sensual desire. He over here fucking with this fucking nasty ass whore and overindulging in her instead of falling back off of it. And then what? Let me go read. Let me go study.
Instead of what off it?
Falling back off of it.
I'm going to read it one more time and get that word rule because you touched right on it. Proverbs 25 and 28 again. He that had no rule, and rule is likened unto discipline. It says, over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down without walls. Now I'm going to get that word rule in the Strongs.
Strong's H 4623. Next one.
Next star kind of sounds like master. All right, it says restraint, control. It says subjectively control, rule. Now let's go to the root word.
Strong's H 6113. Unsaid.
I said it says to restrain, to close up, to withhold, to refrain, to stay, to halt, to stop, to be restrained, to be stayed. It says to withhold, to recover. It says to hold back, to close up, to detain, to self-close. It says to rein, to refrain, to slack, to stay, to stop, to withhold. So that comes down to even the smallest things. The brother brought out that word dainty. That means even the smallest things, like you willing to read the ingredients. Even down to the smallest things, being strict on it, being strict on yourself. Hey, I just don't mess with this.
Refrain.
I'm not going to waver from this, and that's just me. I don't do it.
And in ministry, a data will be something simple. You'll look at it like it's small, but
God become large to you in your life.
A guy be playing that motherfucking video games is way too fucking much.
Yeah.
He on that fucking video game for hours on end, but ain't did one sit down, ain't read no scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Ain't did nothing, ain't called a brother, just nothing for the ministry. But he on that motherfucking game, glued to it, and guess what? Now it's consumed him.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Devour. Ooh, let me read up, Bob. Proverbs 25.
Your whole day is all about the game. You Jada sit in the whole house all day, smoke his weed, and play a fucking video game all goddamn day. Okay? But for the minute of the Lord, no, we're gonna do the work. Okay? If you got 9 to 5, or however long your duration of time of the job is, you do that, then you come back to the works, man. Okay? The Lord looking at you like you did that for Esau. What about me? Okay, and that's gonna be a judgment. Yeah, the Lord actually push you in a position to see what you're gonna do. You're gonna give this man all your time. You ain't gonna do nothing for me. Now I'm gonna pray to me. Now I'm gonna do no videos. Okay. Now I'm gonna go on the highways. Okay, I'm gonna just do one year. Then I'll come back a year later. And you see these guys who've been gone for a vast amount of years. Now they just miraculously popping up back on the scene right now because they see prophecy happening right now. The Lord ain't dealing with you, man.
Yeah.
Let's keep real, okay? Read what you got, Wad.
I got one.
All right. We did it real quick.
We got one.
First 10 o'clock. We did it real quick. Bear with me at. All right. This is 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 4. One that ruled well. I'm select verse 5.
Is that the prayer of time in verse 1?
That's 3.
3.
1 Timothy 3 and 5. 1 Timothy 3 and 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua? And that's like unto your own four walls with a roof on top of it, as well as your body. All right? You got it, brother.
Yeah.
Well, I know there's more. You got to get some more on that. Hey, because if you have your household, all right, and in your household, we out here telling men to do what when we come on the highways? Hey man, you gotta rule your household with an ironclad fence. Certain things you should let allow happen where? In your house. Because you're the king of that castle, even in captivity. All right, now if you can't rule your household, and because of the laws and the way we want it, now it's time for you to do what? Make a decision and go get you another house where you can rule. All right, or even you and a brother, if the finances is a problem, you and a brother move in together and go half on the bills. All right, because we are not supposed to be, this wisdom is supposed to teach us how to conduct ourselves and run our houses. You did? All right, now, if you got a woman that's an unbeliever, you don't go beating the law over her head. That's not going to happen. But certain things just can't be tolerated. You know, when you say, I need silence in the house so I can study, they should have silence in their house so you can study. You see what I'm saying? So the Lord is saying, if you can't deal with your personal house, don't come here telling people what to do. You're not doing it in your personal house.
You got to be an example.
Yes.
All right, of a believer. I got 2 precepts, please. 1 Timothy 3 and 5 in the NLT now. For if a man cannot manage, keyword, manage his own household, how can he take care of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's church? And I got that word manage. It says to handle. In the online etymology, the word manage, it says to handle, train, or direct. A horse. It says training of a horse to handle, touch. Now this is backing that up. This is Sirach 30 and 8. And this is likened on to us. All right, this is likened on to the men of the Lord. All right, coming under that subjection and that discipline. Sirach 30 and 8. A horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful. So if you left to yourself in your own mind, all right, without having discipline, what are you going to do? You're going to wild out in your body. You're going to have to be filled with all types of diseases, all types of plagues, all right? If you drift off away from these laws, statutes, and commandments, whether it be the dietary law, whether it be the breakdowns, whether it be the law, all right? The weightier matters, even down to the small things, like the brother was going into again. You're going to be totally devoured by this society, man. It's going to devour you, all right? You're going to be filled with dainty meats, man, all right? All these different meats, like we was going into before the camera. Right, like we was going into before the camera started rolling, man, all right? Literal meats, you'll be indulging. Everything that's lawful is not expedient. And philosophies, you'll be all dibbling dabbling into every it's about, man. Look into these things in order to improve and grow the body. Go ahead, brother.
All right, this is Sirach 18, and I'm gonna start at verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. All right, this is what being a wisdom do, man. All right, wisdom bringeth into a kingdom. For you to obtain wisdom, you gotta first be disciplined. Wisdom disciplines you and teaches you to refrain from thine appetites. And this is not just talking about food. All right, this talks about anything that can get a hold on you.
Yeah.
Video games, sex,
Women.
sports can get a fucking hold on you.
Yes.
You just
The
open
job,
the
the
shit.
job.
This fucking TV right here.
Can get a hold of you.
Get a hold of you.
You fucking right. You fucking right.
Your
bro.
boss can get a hold of you.
This
Yes.
fucking phone can
Your
get a hold
job,
of you.
your job can get a hold of you. Right?
That's it.
All right. And the Lord say refrain from those things. The only thing that's supposed to have a hold of us is this truth.
That's
It's
it.
ministry.
Lord said, hold fast in which thou hast.
With all I get understanding. This is what's supposed to consume us.
Yes.
All right. Then the Lord tell us when it comes to this, don't eat too much honey.
Yeah.
You know, he
Too
said
much
don't
honey.
get
I
over right.
I mean,
You know,
I was not giving this man disciples bricks. Look,
You
all right.
go over and get your little on.
Get your rocks on.
Yeah.
Y'all want to do
Because it say don't be over righteous. Why should you die before your time?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
It's
hey,
a balance.
but after you do that, what is back to the bubbles? You know what I'm
That's
talking about?
Yeah.
Back to the truth.
Get the rocks off and back to the truth.
Back to the
It's a
truth.
cycle.
Yeah.
Like how Lord got the Shabbat in the cycle, got the waxing, warning, okay, crescent, full moon, okay, goes all the way back, bam, to the new moon. That's how he is in the ministry. Bam, bam, bam. Video there, edifying, okay, promise call, bam, on the highways and hedges, okay, get your rocks off, however that may be, okay,
Yeah.
bam, that next day,
Back to the ministry.
occupying promise.
Yes.
That's it,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
Verse 31. If thou give thy soul the desire that please her, all right, if you just let your flesh run rampant on you, just run away with you. I'm gonna tell you something else. All right, these herbs that brothers have been taking lately, you know, to get right. All right, you don't overindulge in that certain herb, that cannabis sativa, man. Okay, that shit put demons on you, man. All right, everything that's lawful is not expedient. And if you want to do certain things, you do it with moderation, man. Okay, it's not for everybody. That shit been putting demons on brothers, man.
Yes.
Although it's lawful to, you know, I don't even want to say it,
Yeah.
but hey, you got to do that shit in moderation, man. Or it's gonna put demons on you. No different than alcohol. Tequila is not meant to drink Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
When you
Nah,
wake up in the morning for breakfast, man.
Nah, you don't drink that. You don't drink like that. That's not moderation. Drinking tequila every fucking day. Come on, what the fuck? It's strong drink. Strong drink is to be drunk in moderation. And when you do something every day, you know that's not moderate. All right. When it comes to certain things that you do every day. Now, nothing wrong with working out every day. Then sometimes if you work, you can work out too much. You got to get the body time to rest and regroup. You know what I'm saying? Okay? But you cannot give thy soul the desires that please her, or she will make thee a laughing stock to thy enemies that malign thee. And who's going to be the number one laughing at us? Our adversary. You'll find him first, Esau. All right, y'all been over here teaching that and doing that. Now look at this guy over here. Look at, guess what? Esau through his technology, he knows who's living a double life. Esau knows who's living a double life. These phones have a camera back at you, point right back at you. These TVs have cameras pointing right back at you. Your alarm inside your house. This devil is in here with us, and he knows the weak amongst us.
And you got the eye over the sky watching us all.
Yes.
Big brother, see
Yes.
Right, bro.
Yes. So we have to be disciplined in this fine hour. That's what when the scriptures say be circumspect, that goes into being disciplined, being aware.
Yeah.
All right, knowing what's going around you. When you circumspect,
360.
guess what? You're occupied in making sure you don't get caught slipping. So it has to become a discipline. All right, you got it, brother.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11, verse 1. It reads, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Yes.
This is Job 31:6. Let me be weighed in an even balance, that the Lord may know mine integrity. And that's ultimately how the Lord is going to weigh everybody in this society. Some going to be weighed in a false balance, some going to be weighed in a just balance. But we gotta weigh ourselves according to this word. All right, strict discipline. Fully persuaded. That's what it goes down to. If you put fully persuaded, you're not only gonna talk about it, you're gonna actually live it and be an example.
Get that,
So when your report comes out, all right, when you look back on it, brother's gonna say, okay, well, is he just somebody that just goes on and teaches it, or can you actually say, okay, well, this is an example of the word. This is an example of what we're speaking of. That's what really counts. You can speak of it all day, but can you actually live it and be a? That's what a pillar is.
Oh, that's what wisdom is.
Yeah.
No, that's what wisdom is, the appliance of knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge is not enough to get you into the kingdom. We got a lot of men that got this knowledge and memorized it and can regurgitate it. You heard what El Apostle Remlife said the other day. He said a lot of y'all are just good parents. All right? No, wisdom is when you can apply that knowledge. That's what wisdom is. Bring it up.
This Philippians chapter 4, verses 8 and 9, it says, finally, brother, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest,
Yes.
whatsoever things are just, the truth, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely,
This word,
whatsoever things are of good report,
wisdom.
come on. If there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Meditate on them.
Verse 9, those things which ye have both learned and received and heard and seen in me, do. You gotta do what? The Lord said you gotta do it.
Do it.
You've seen me do this, you heard it, you received it. You got to act on these things, man.
This is the definition of the word do. It says to perform. And action. It says achieve or complete. It says, achieve or complete, man. You have to act, perform, or undertake. You gotta go through it, man. You gotta perform it, accomplish it, man. Is not the Lord gonna accomplish that when He please? So a part of that is us being accomplished in the Lord. You gotta be confirmed. You got it, brother.
Hey, Luke 12:43. Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing.
Okay? You doing the work, man. You involved. You actually playing this out. You got actors, Hollywood actors, that do a damn good job at acting out on the movie screen to make people laugh, okay, and watch it over and over again. Okay? What the Lord got us doing right now? Up on a worldwide scale right now.
Yes.
Okay, in this movie. Okay? Playing our part. Doing what we are ordained to do. Preaching the gospel. And then the Lord said He's gonna come with the brightness of His coming. Okay? You speak it on the block, on these highways and hedges, on these epistles, and then you also act it out. Okay? That's been an example of the believers. To what the younger hopefully leg are coming in, they can see you, and this is how I want to be right here. Okay? This is Yahweh Shah, the God that I'm looking at right now. He's an example of our great terrible king. That's how you want to be. Okay? Go ahead, brother.
This is Wisdom Solomon 6:16. For she go about seeking such as are worthy of her, and the being worthy of her meaning that are disciplined, that have disciplined their bodies and put it under subjection. She showeth herself favorable unto them in the ways. All right, and that's how brothers become wise, because she pours spirit on them and meeteth them in every thought. You see, when you're occupied in prophecy, you're not going to go off. You're going to offend less, because wisdom has consumed you. All right, that's how the evil, foul spirits and imps get off of you, because they can't dwell in a temple that is alkaline. What's alkaline, metaphorically speaking? A vessel with wisdom and the Holy Spirit dwelling in it. All right.
Oh, they hate when you see how you reading that right now.
Yeah.
They demons hate that.
They hate it.
Hate that.
They can't take it. Just can't sit there.
Can't take
Can't
that.
sit here.
I got to get him some kind of way.
You know who that was? Can't sit here.
I mean, as you read it, the demons are going to think of ways to come at you a whole other way. Well, I can't get him with this right here because he's starting to read right now.
Yes.
Okay, so I had him looking at the TV, looking at playing fucking PlayStation too long. Okay, the way he wasn't reading, I got him to read. Go ahead.
Let me tell you how it used to get me. You put a foul spirit on this little badass son over there and make him come running the room.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why you got to get your house in order.
House in order.
That's why you got to have your house in order. Hold up. Bring your little ass answer. Then I tell you when I'm sitting here studying, I want another side.
Yeah.
Let it happen again. I'm gonna tear your ass up. You see what I'm saying?
Training for child.
Yes, yes.
Right,
All right. And verse 17, this is the point. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline. You will not get into the kingdom of heaven if you're not a disciplined man.
Right.
All right. All those 144,000 men are disciplined men. All right. When our great king said, when they say in that is 2nd Ezra, the 2nd chapter, where they say the one that was the highest stature. All right, and he put the crowns upon those heads.
I got it.
Those men that he put those crowns upon their heads that stood so stiffly were disciplined men.
Yes.
Okay? For the true beginning of her is a desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love. Discipline goes into obedience.
Yes. Subjection.
All right? Love is
Submission.
obedience.
That's it, bro.
Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Submitting.
Yeah.
Submitting.
Hey, when the Bible says,
Doing.
the Bible says, here is the faith and the patience of the saints. Patience goes to those that are obedient. So if you're not patient, you're gonna do what? You're gonna just wild. What it say? Wild out that goddamn fool.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of it.
More than them have no
Yeah,
faith.
it's right, bro. Where's the promise of his coming?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Because you're not obedient.
They shall not be defended.
Right, bro. Yes. And we're not defended by the Lord himself. Just imagine what's going to happen to you and those that are surrounding you. The Lord ain't looking for nobody that's a good Samaritan or he's a good deed doer. Fuck them deeds, man. The Lord looking for those that are good to this is brotherly love right here. That's what the Lord looking for to his neighbor. I read it earlier. Okay? The Lord have mercy upon him toward his neighbor. That's what it's all about, man. All right? Good night. You had one. Bring it out, brother.
This is
Hey, let me bring this one out.
I got one after y'all too.
Hey, this for you, Uriah. Because the Lord ain't dealing with that. I did this, I did that. Remember when I did that? That shit means nothing. I should give up. This is Ezekiel 18:24. But when the righteous turn away from his righteousness and commit of iniquity and do according to all the abominations that the wicked man do, shall he live? All of his righteousness that he has done shall not be mentioned. Shall not be mentioned.
Not gonna be mentioned at all.
And his trespass that he has trespassed, and his sin that he sinned, and them shall he die.
Right.
You put your hand to the plow and take it off, war is you.
Right.
And look, you still got a chance to repent, whoever this applies to. You still have a chance to repent.
Yeah.
Repent, and then get back on the block and start, hey, what
Go ahead.
Baruch 4:28?
Yeah.
As it was your mind to
10
go
times
straight,
harder.
go
Yeah.
10 times harder, man.
Yeah.
Or else you would die in your sin.
Real quick. This is the book of Proverbs 24:16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again.
Yes.
But the wicked shall fall into mischief.
That's right, man. You gotta keep getting carried. You gotta
A wicked man not gonna get back up.
No.
That means you was wicked.
He gonna make excuses according to his flesh.
You might have a righteous man fall, get back out, get exiled, get kicked out, but what he gonna keep doing? He gonna keep pushing, he gonna keep teaching, and the Lord will have mercy on him. But a wicked man, he gonna fall down, lay down, and when you look up, he ain't doing nothing.
Say fuck it.
He ain't doing shit. That means, hey, the judgment was right.
Yeah, you done been in this thing over a decade, man. You just say fuck it, man. I don't do nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord ain't yo. Oh, what? Jacob get a nigga boy and say, oh man, I'm the Lord got my records of war.
Yeah.
No,
You think the truth stops for you?
let me get that, man.
Come on, man. It will behoove you to want to get up after you fall again, man. All right?
He that looking back is not fit for the kingdom.
Yeah. I got something for y'all, brothers, too.
All right.
You got it. Like,
Real quick,
after him.
this Hebrews 6:10, the brother got it. Okay. It says, for your Yahweh is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have shown toward his name, and that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister. And we desire that every one of you and that every one of you do show the same diligence
Right.
to the full assurance of hope unto the end, that ye be not slothful, but followers of them who through faith and patience, inherit the promises. So the Lord looked for nobody that had did it for a amount of years and just said, okay, I did this, the Lord still got my records. No, that's slothful. Okay? The Lord is looking for men to continue in the faith. Okay? To the full assurance. That means go all the way through. And don't waver or get off your rucks because something happens in your life where you say, okay, I didn't sign up for this right now. Okay, my face on the TV screen right now. I'm all over the newspapers. Okay, persecution has come. Now I want to go back into the world. You a weak ass nigga, and the Lord's gonna kill you. Period. Okay, giving it to you raw, break your stomach. They're like that, man. The Lord isn't for nobody that's weak, man. Okay, Elder Pastor Paul always say that. Okay, don't bring up, don't come around with that weak ass shit, man. Okay, gotta be diligent and obedient. These are men of the Lord. All right, the elders can peep when you come around. They can peep a wicked ass spirit upon you when they see you. Okay, what you got?
All right. This is the word example from the online etymology. It says an instance, example, noun, an instance, a model, either good or bad. You have a good example, Yahushua, all right, through the hopeful elect of Israel. You got a bad example, Esau, Edom, all right, pseudoscience, all right, witchcraft, wizardry, technology, all right. Only one will prevail, but it says an example to be a punishment as a warning. It says a cautionary tale, a sample, a specimen, an image, a portrait, a pattern, a model, a precedent, meaning to come before. It says a precedent, a pattern, a model, an image. So let's go to Colossians, the 1st chapter, the 15th verse. Who is the image? The image, so first and foremost, the elect of the house of Israel, we have an image. We have an example to say, what does suffering mean? We know it. Yahushua. What does long suffering mean? To take it all on the chin and bear all the infirmities of our nation? Yahushua. What does patience mean? Yahushua. All right, all these things, the word Yahushua, man. So Yahushua was the ultimate example, and we're following his suit with that testimony, man. All right? So it says, Colossians 1:15, who is the image of the invisible power, the firstborn of every creature? For by him are all things created that are in heaven, and that him is Yahushua, whom the world intimately calls Jesus Christ, and that are on earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers, all things were created by him and for him. And when you get that word in Colossians 1:15, all right, that word firstborn, right? Because that's identifying Yahushua.
G 44:16. Prototicus.
Now, prototicus, all right, sounds like what? Prototype. And that's what Yahushua is, an example. That ultimate sign to say, this is all we need to show forth to what type of men we should be. What type of lifestyle we should live, how we should think. What type of the fruits, all right, that we should be digested, whether literal or whether philosophy, this sound doctrine, man. What we should consume, what's prohibited and what's not prohibited. It says prototype. It says the firstborn of Yahushua, the firstborn of all creation. And even from the beginning, Genesis, the elect follow suit again as what? The Alahayim, powers, judges, rulers. Who was the ultimate prototype? Yahushua, man. Yes. So we laid the foundation with Yahushua even unto this day. So that's why we're getting strong in coming back into the state of mind of that discipline, because that's what the Lord required from us in the beginning. We had discipline in order to lay out the foundations of the sun, the moon, the stars. That took discipline. That took labor and craft and work. All right? And it's going to take discipline to bring in the next big thing for us, which is the kingdom of heaven, man. Right, bro. And it's going to start with Yahushua. So it says a little more. It says the first begotten. Who's that talking about? Right. In the scriptures, only the first begotten is only speaking of what? Yahushua and Isaac. Who is Yahushua, man? Who was Yahushua? All right, so it says, the root word, it says, in any succession, and when you get that word succession, it automatically should trigger you to what? Heirs, wills, testaments. This great book, man. Who are the heirs of the promise? Lord willing, that's us. All right? Who's the Son of Man? Yahushua, who left on that far journey. Yep. But guess what? All 13. We've come back into our remembrance, and a lot of our forefathers to now, we're going to get our share in the kingdom of heaven now, man. We're buying in right now. But with that buying in comes with living it. You can't buy in if you just reading this stuff. Anybody can read precepts.
do it.
You gotta do it in order to get that penny, man. We're laboring for the penny. So it's
all saying they read it, but they are the hustle far from you. I mean, you're not doing the goddamn thing. See, Christians read the Bible, but they believe the Bible and actually do it. Okay? A Christian can read it all day, everything. And then you read it like an actual novel out of a fucking library. This is not to be interpreted like this. Okay? Let the real men of the Lord teach the Bible, and you just sit back, okay, and wait on the Lord's instruction. Okay, because it's coming for you. All right? Read what you got.
All right, just a little more. It says,
I got precept too.
and this is still going into prototype. The root word, it says chief, first in rank. First in rank. All right, and the scriptures tell you in the book of Revelation that white horse, faithful and true, he does judge it and make war. But we got a military. Who's our chief and commander? Yahushua. And you got Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel. All right, they play their certain roles in the military. And guess what? He got Lord willing, Yaquab, Ram, Kanaya, the apostles on down to at least it was the elders, bishops, and captains, or foot soldiers. We're part of the Lord's military, and we're waiting to get invigorated. You got it, brother.
Yeah. Hey, the Lord's army. You got the whole angels, like what it said, the Alahine. You got the nuclear
Sabaoth,
right? The nuclear warheads. Okay. You got the men of the Lord. Like you said, like we alluded to earlier about us doing what we're doing through the Spirit of His Word, which is cutting these devils. Every video goes up. Esau is getting pissed off. These men have figured it out. Okay? And then the Lord said He's going to come with the brightness of His coming. So when you make your move, okay, as we're preaching this word, you make your move on us, the Lord will make His move on you, man. It's just that simple. Okay? All right. Tonight, let the brother bring his precept on.
Patiently.
Yes.
And with temper.
That's it. Yes. With discipline, obviously. Hey, so if he wasn't in his ministry like this, he was undisciplined, man, y'all be doing it. Y'all had it yourself for this long like this. Y'all let him bring it out like this and just throw him out of the house right now. But the Lord said He have mercy upon who He have mercy upon and give them discipline. So that's fear what the brother's doing right now. That's fear the Lord.
This is 2 Peter 1 and verse 6. He
You can break it down.
and to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience, and to patience, godliness.
What you reading now?
This is 2 Peter 1 and 6.
Go ahead.
This
No, slide. Get 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 5.
I wanted to start there, bro.
There you go, why? But get it in that tea, brother.
I'm already there.
Beautiful, bro.
This is 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 5 in the NLT. In view of all this, make every effort to respond to Yahweh's promise.
Mm-hmm.
Supplement your faith with a generous provision of moral excellence.
Right, man. It means be ye perfect. Okay? With moral excellence, man. All right? Come on.
It says, and moral excellence with knowledge.
Yeah.
Verse 6, and knowledge with self-control.
And what?
With self-control.
And knowledge with self-control. I mean, you're not out of hand and just wild on the crowd because you're going off your emotions. Okay?
You got a gift from Ron for that wild fire.
Okay? You're giving brothers, okay, knowledge, okay, through experience, okay, having self-control, okay, having a stable mind. Isaiah 33 and 6. Even right now, how much more in these times that are to come? Okay, so we're in training right now. This is the actual training day. The Lord, Yahweh shot out of sin, bro. Right. Okay, go ahead.
And it says, with faith, it says, your faith with a generous provision of moral excellence and moral excellence with knowledge, verse 6, and knowledge with self-control, and self-control with patience.
Ooh.
Endurance.
Yes.
And patience, endurance with godliness.
That's right, bro. The Lord looking for brothers who can endure these type of things, man. Okay?
And, if I can get this definition.
Go ahead. And that word endurance means to be made hard. Okay? The Apostle Paul spoke about being a soldier. Indestructible. Nothing can phase us. Nothing on this planet Earth can phase us right now. It's over with. The Bible says the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Why the hell are you holding on to something that's going to be destroyed? And you're going to be destroyed with it if you continue to hold on to it. Go
5, I'm reading in the KJV. It says, and besides this, giving all diligence, and it says, add to your faith virtue.
Beautiful. Read it again, brother.
It says, 2 Peter 1:5,
Yeah.
and besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue.
That's right, man. You add it to your faith, which means what? You're increasing.
Yes.
I got that in the blue letter, virtue.
Because you got to be increasing yourself in these last days, man.
It says, a virtuous course of thought, feeling, and action. It says, a particular moral excellence, modesty, purity, the blameless.
That's right. That's a kingdom. That's a kingdom mindset, man. The whole ordeal of this video is being a kingdom mindset, man. Because once you're disciplined and you're obedient, there's no room, margin of room for error. Okay, in this ministry. All right. If the Lord, Yahushua was an austere man, that means he was disciplined. He was strict. Okay. Y'all brothers got it. Y'all can get up a few more people. We can wrap it up.
Get Philippians 3:14.
Yeah. Did you get when you close up? Beautiful.
This is Philippians chapter 3 and verse 14. It says, I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of Yahweh in Yahushua HaMashiach.
Read it again.
This is Philippians 3 and 14. I press toward, so like the word, the mark.
No, that's the reward, huh?
No, this ain't to.
Oh, toward.
Yeah, toward, so like I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling.
Yeah, the prize of the high calling. Salaki. All right. Now, this is what happens when you go in that word press in the Greek. Okay. Hold on, let me turn this on. Salaki. All right.
Volume.
Yeah.
Press it on that. Press it on.
That word mark,
Press, yeah.
Rouge G 1377.
Yoka.
Oh, it ain't that cool.
Yoka.
Right. Yeah, dioka. And this is what it means, all right? To run swiftly in order to catch a person or thing to run after, to press on, figuratively of one who in a race swiftly to reach the goal. All right? And this goes into a man being disciplined, having his eyes single on the prize. He said, we press toward the mark of the prize of the high calling. So that press means we're supposed to be get it in, doing.
Uncomfortable.
All right? Yes. All right? In any way, whatever, to harass, trouble, molest one. All right? And that goes into just being occupied in his ministry. Hey, wear out the doorstep of the man and his knowledge, harass him.
Give him no, my Bible says, give him no rest.
Hey,
I mean, we're harassing you.
to molest one, get intimate with wisdom.
That's right, bro.
You know, call your kinswoman. All right?
Come on.
All right? It also says, without the idea of hostility, to run after, follow after someone. Metaphor, to pursue. All right? So for you to pursue something, for you to even run after something, you got to be in shape. All right? And you got to do what? This is a you have to have good stamina because this is a race of endurance. So we got to be running for that prize, and you got to constantly endure. He that endured to the end shall be saved.
Yes.
Okay? So you have to be disciplined. All that goes into discipline. All right? The desire of wisdom makes a man go into discipline. All right? It disciplines a man. We have to, in this final hour, it says, get your house in order. 2 Ezra, the 14th chapter.
Yes.
Put off things.
The weak nature.
All right? Put off the weak nature. The things that are most
Heavy unto thee.
heavy unto thee. All right? You got to put that shit off and discipline your mind to make sure I'm gonna be on this path and nothing is gonna get me off this path.
Yeah.
But you got niggas in the world, that are disciplined to pull themselves out of the hood, and I'm gonna make some of myself. And that hurt and pain, that I'm gonna beat somebody. And that hurt and pain that they went through, they on the corner around, they drive themselves to go make somebody.
Got it out the mud.
I got it out the mud. All right, they doing it for a corruptible crime. We need to be disciplined in that same fashion to get that dominion, get that prize of immortality.
Gotcha. Hey, on that movie Boys in the Hood, when they was walking the store before Ricky got killed, he was like, man, I want to go to the army, man. I want to beat somebody, man.
Mm-hmm.
And old boy would tell me, like, man, you sound like a damn commercial. He said, man, they selling you a fucking dream, man. You go over there, man, you ain't gonna be nobody, man.
Yeah.
And then end up getting whacked before he even make it to the.
Hey, but look, but that's the thing. Hey, not to be off topic. That's the thing about. Let's show you why people so cursed.
Yeah.
No, that's why people so cursed. The shit he was telling Rick is shit that his what?
Yeah.
Dad taught him. So when you don't learn to grow up with your father, the reason he was thinking like that was because the teachings of his father. When you don't have a father, you curse.
Yeah.
When your mother is teaching you how to be a man, that's a curse.
Double curse.
Double, quick, especially a mother that has grown up in America. You quadruple curse. You got it, bro.
Yes.
1 Corinthians 9:24 in the NLT. Don't you realize that in a race everyone runs, but only one person gets the prize? So run to win. All athletes are disciplined in their training.
Yes.
All athletes are disciplined in their training. They do it to win a prize that will fade away, but we do it for an eternal prize. So I run with purpose in every step. I am not just shadow boxing. I discipline my body. Like an athlete, training it to do whatever it should. Otherwise, I fear that after preaching to others, I might myself be disqualified.
Paul said, I'm not shadow boxing. I'm hitting the mark. I'm hitting the target.
Press forward.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's your self-control, man. All right?
Yeah.
It's all about self-control these latter days. So you don't veer off or go off and do anything stupid to jeopardize yourself as well as the body. Or put the Lord to shame. The Lord, matter of fact, the Lord not gonna allow you to put him to shame. Okay? He gonna get rid of you.
Kill you.
He gonna kill you.
Yeah.
All right?
That's a form of discipline too.
Yes,
You got it, brother.
That's right. Say it, go ahead. Say what you say.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. All right. Hey, so with that, all right. Hey, this is all about self-discipline right now in this ministry, going forward to control yourself out here. Abstain from things that are hindering you in the ministry.
Stay in that lane. Don't drift to the left, to the right. Stay in that
Stay
lane.
in that lane, man.
Sober.
Brother read that all the scripture, man. Stay on the path. That only a few won't find. Okay, just keep your eyes locked on the prize, on the hour while your house shot. Study, read, pray, fast, being locked to the body. Watch, okay? Watch as well as pray. Okay? That's the main thing we're doing is watching. Okay? As well as praying. Okay? Being in tune with one another. Getting the house in order. The house shot is looking for that. Because the day is approaching. Going to the Ezekiel 8:16 and Daniel 6:10. We want to give all infinite honor and glory and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harabah. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, ruler, teacher, well, and peace and blessings to the hope elect who continue to push this truth about the ball, 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 about the ball. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. Until next time.
Shalom.